On phone them grave, you don't sit your ass down. Alright, so I want to get into this video on what I'm going to call the sliding scale of snitching to talk about, some of the different standards on snitching that I've noticed. You know what I'm saying? I think the clearly, as y'all about to see from this video, the streets are a myth. We're going to go through a few cases. We got King Von, THF Zoo, Kodak Black, YNW Melly, BG. We got people's opinions we gonna be bringing in, Boosie, Whack 100, and I'm gonna just show y'all how everybody's definition of snitching change when it needs to. Not everybody's, but people's definition of snitching change when it needs to fit. It's like the streets just a myth. Let's just get into the video, and now y'all see what I'm talking about. All right, so we gonna start with the biggest, probably one, King Von, because he the biggest name or one of the biggest names, and probably the most controversial to talk about. Y'all all seen this video when he was talking about he wanted to go to PC. He was acting gay. You know what I'm saying? In LA, checking PC, they call it or going protective custody. That's what PC is. Is like considered fake, like not official. You'll get beat up. Your hood to disown you. Like they consider that the equivalent of like snitching. You know what I'm saying? So here's a video where he's saying he don't want to go to PC. Acting gay. That's one thing. You know what I'm saying? But if we watch a little bit, we can get to the part that I'm talking about.
Here you are. You grab that. That doesn't happen in protective custody. I just offered you protective custody and you refused it.
So he did refuse protective custody, you know what I'm saying, even though he was acting like he wanted it to get off that deck. That's what a lot of the argument was from his peoples and just from peoples in general in Chicago. Like, you say you want to go PC to get off the deck, but then you don't really want to go PC. You might just want to get to another deck. That might be Chicago politics. I don't care about all that stuff. This is what I'm talking about.
So much the people in the world. You gotta check my pads though. Y'all got all that shit on the computer. You got Jeff McGraw.
Sir, that's up.
That's the problem. If y'all want to run that back, I'm going to turn it up a little bit so y'all can hear it.
You gotta check my pads though. Y'all got all that shit on the computer. You got Jeff McGraw.
Sir, that's up to classification to assign you.
All right. Now, that's the part that I think is where we slide in the scale. You know what I'm saying? Saying somebody's actual name, you know what I'm saying? This ain't really implicating them in a crime. It's not going to get Lil J. That's what he was bringing up, Jeff McGraw, Lil J. That's his biggest op, let's say. And in order to not get placed near him, he said, like, I can't go there, Jeff McGraw there. Look at and I think in Chicago, they do have names associated with certain people. Like, don't put these two people together. Don't put these two people together. So he probably was just saying, like, yo, I see I can't be around. You know what I'm saying? But we not supposed to say no names. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's too much. Like, that's definitely too much. I'm a huge King Von fan. I don't care about the PC acting gay to get there. But saying a person's name on why you can't go somewhere, it's like, that's definitely not in the textbook. You know what I'm saying? Now we're gonna go off to THF Zoo. You know what I'm saying? He got a real sticky case going on. Um, he been going off on people, defending himself. You know what I'm saying? This is his defense on whether or not he snitched. So this is him defending himself.
Don't be all on my DM sending me shit, no goofy ass nigga to put together on Reddit or Shackology or something, you hear me? Y'all ass be front y'all shit, gang. Like, if y'all gonna be fans and supporters, be fans and supporters, this new generation fucked up. Niggas goofies. On phone up. I know.
All right, so that's him responding to this leak of paperwork. I don't really know what they got picked up for. Apparently, him and King Von, maybe some other OTF people got picked up in Atlanta for something. And this is a part of his statement. This is one thing I'm gonna use to talk about a sliding scale of snitching. This here, he talked a lot about guns being in his hood, what people got going on, et cetera, what he got going on. This is all in the paperwork. Like, this is Deju, his name is not in it, but it's already been kind of put together that this is who that is. And this is one of the things he said, like, admitted to having Dracos in the past and that his crew have had at least 8 different Dracos in the last 8 months. Okay, this is the ATF who got him. This is the feds, you know what I'm saying? And this is clearly a lot of talking going on. Like, it's nothing that you can deny. Like, no disrespect to THF Zoo, you know what I'm saying? Y'all come after me, I'ma just snitch. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to get these people caught up because this is right here is kind of sticky because it's like, what if he was telling them all of this to throw him off? What if he was telling all of this to get him off his back? You know what I'm saying? About something more serious that they had going on, and he can give them this fake information. You know what I'm saying? To avoid them getting the real information. That would technically be okay here. You know what I'm saying? But this is talking. But that's just what I mean. This is why I'm bringing up the sliding scale. You know what I'm saying? So if we go to what we got, where did I have it? Oh, this is an instance where THF Zoo was attacked in the bullpen. They got that fight on another video in jail. And this is his post interview fight.
It's January 13th, 2015, approximate time. Lanier, what's, you got a time?
I ain't pressing no time.
The approximate time right now is 8:40.
Okay, he said he wouldn't press no charges. That's one thing.
This is Sergeant Boone, star 3063, interviewing Devontae Collier. State your ID number.
2014, 1107, 215.
Can you tell me what happened?
I just walked in the bullpen and got snaked.
Do you know?
All right. Some people in these interviews that we've seen have not said nothing. They be like, I declined to give a statement. So this is already a little bit like I was in the bullpen, I got snaked. But okay, I'm not really caring. Some people might say you already talking. That's why I'm saying the scale be sliding. Like, if this was your op and he even said that, you probably would call him a rat. You know what I'm saying? Or if this was back in the day where you wasn't supposed to say nothing at all, you know, this is like the scale slides.
Know who the person is that snaked you?
Yeah, I know him from the world.
He said he know the person. Okay, let's.
14, 1107, 215.
Can you tell me what happened?
I just walked in the bullpen and got snaked.
Do you know who the person is that snaked you?
Yeah, I know him from the world.
Are you injured?
Why?
What did he?
All right, now here the video cuts off for some strange reason, and we don't get to hear the rest of what he has to say. But we need to see much more. You know what I'm saying?
You want protective custody?
Okay, so for whatever reason, this gets blurred out. You know what I'm saying? That's already kind of sketchy. But regardless, what I'm trying to bring up or emphasize about the sliding scale is if you don't like this person, you get to say that that's a snitch just because he said he snaked me when I walked in the bullpen, and yeah, I know him from somewhere. That's already talking. Nah. If he not pressing no charges, if nobody got caught up, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck about the streets. I ain't mad at nobody. But I'm saying the scale just, you know, it's like everybody get to say snitching and different things when they want to, you know. Okay, now we gonna move on to YNW Melly. You know what I'm saying? This is him when he was young, a child. He got caught up in some situation.
All right, sorry about that.
Operative, and even gave a name.
If you shot in self-defense or something, you need to let us know. I did.
That he did. Okay, you already not supposed to be talking. You feel what I'm saying? You already supposed to have a lawyer and say, I'm done, I don't want to talk. You feel me? So let's start there. Now they done spiced him up. He's saying he did do something in self-defense. Okay, that's one thing.
What happened?
Somebody at the Fun Tomato pulled out a gun on me.
Who?
One of the kids.
Somebody you go to school with?
Yeah.
Same grade?
Yeah.
What's he go by?
I think he goes to the alternative.
Alright, what's his street name?
I know his last name, Gillespie.
Gillespie?
Okay. What kind of gun was it?
38 revolver.
All right. He might say more later. You know what I'm saying? I think he does get in a little, but we can stop there for the intent of this video. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is one of OTF's best friends, King Von's best, like, not best friends, but this is like they swear by this guy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's saying free Melly. But if this guy in the interrogation room he is young here, he a teenager, he in high school, so maybe we supposed to cut him a little slack, et cetera, et cetera. But he just gave somebody's last name who allegedly shot him. Why am I saying allegedly? I don't care. But you know what I mean? This is like, if you like Melly, you're not gonna call this snitching, or you still gonna hang with him. If you don't like him, you get to emphasize this and bring it up. You know what I'm saying? And then now we got 1090 Jake. This is what 1090 Jake did. The snitch exposer.
Paperwork.
Basically, if you ain't heard the story, 1090 Jake filed a grievance in jail on some situation that happened. He explaining it here. I think he about to get into this part. If you are found guilty, you may appeal this decision by filing a formal grievance. And he trying to appeal at this decision. So this is what happened here.
It states appeal. If you are found guilty, you may appeal this decision by filing a formal grievance with the warden of your facility within 15 days of being found guilty. So for those who have never been to prison and have no idea what a grievance isn't a statement. It's the only way to appeal a disciplinary report in Florida State Prison.
So he's trying to differentiate between grievance and police report, because he does go on to say somebody's name in this grievance. But it's like, you didn't like somebody and you wanted to emphasize that something that they did that, you know what I'm saying? You would be like filing a grievance. You know what I mean?
And it wasn't just 4 months in confinement. I was now pending CM, or closed management, which is where you're shipped to a closed management prison, which is essentially a confinement prison. They wanted to send me CM2, which is a mandatory year in confinement. I write an appeal statement.
Okay, see, he got good reason. Like, think about it. That's a young guy who clearly got his life together now. He didn't need to be in jail, so I give him respect for, like, just being human. You know what I'm saying? But this is where all of that tough streets kind of falls on his face, because he just used that seriousness of where they was about to take him as his argument for why he's about to do this. But if you're supposed to be tough and gangster, then you gotta go where you gotta go, regardless. You know what I'm saying? So this is what he said.
Stating what was written in the disciplinary report, that I was assaulted by Jimmy Horry with a rock and a sock.
That's it right there. He just kind of cleaned it up by saying he only talked about what was already in the disciplinary report. So that is something to consider. Like, if this is something that's in the report that's got you locked up and you trying to appeal it, and you just using something that's from the report in your appeal, you know what I'm saying? That don't sound like you implicate nobody in no new stuff that's gonna make them go to jail, which is what we kind of call snitching or whatever. But if we talking about the street code and never say nothing at all, when you write somebody's name down on something, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he should have wrote this without the name. You know what I'm saying? That's it, and it's going somewhere. They could have used this against that guy. Later, they have it in their files now from another inmate corroborating. You know what I'm saying? So he might not have got in trouble, but is we using somebody going to jail as the standard of snitching? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not necessary. We just talking about, are you talking to the police or not? Remember, that's where this started at. Like, are you talking to the police or not?
1090 Jake, dude, like, I thought he was the one that was exposing all the snitches. You get what I'm saying? But
yeah, he is.
for everybody, for the grievances, you know what I'm saying? Whether you writing the police up or you write anybody up, a grievance mean you writing. That's just like pressing charges. Whether it's
And now, you know, we can move over. We got BG testifying recently. His story is he was the man. They got caught with some guns. One guy agreed to take the fall, but he didn't know how far he was going to have to go. He kind of backed out, but it was too late, and BG took the stand, like the grand jury stand, point out the fall guy, which was a part of, like, the guy taking the fall was BG taking the stand and pointing him out.
Their group are still on the same corner when they start to rap about not cooperating with police and not snitching. Fetty then this would confirm both BG and Darian Blunt went before a grand jury. Now, a grand jury is a private proceeding used to determine if enough evidence exists to bring charges against the suspect. With 16 to 23 grand jurors present, the prosecutor will introduce evidence or call on witnesses through subpoenas to testify. After all evidence and testimony has been heard, the grand jurors will decide whether or not to indict the suspect. In this case, BG and Darian would testify the gun belonged to Washington, and the grand jury would choose to indict Washington for being a felon in possession of a firearm.
Alright, not drifting off into the details, but basically, BG had to take the stand. I don't know if he did. Apparently, he's not sure. So let me take that back. But BG had to say this guy's name, and he's the fall guy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. I don't really think that's snitching. I think about it. Like, if you taking the stand because y'all agreed, you know what I'm saying? But if you go to Whack 100, I'm gonna try to find that video in a second. All right, what I'm about to get into here, I'm mainly bringing up BG's case because of Boosie commenting on it. You know what I'm saying?
But if you expose a nigga, you gotta do something to him. That's stopping niggas from exposing niggas.
So it's
I done got into it with Wack. Boosie been to the penitentiary, streets to the streets. If you ask Boosie to say the truth, nigga, is any man supposed to take that stand and mention any man name and point their finger at any man? Boosie gonna tell you hell motherfucking no.
Even if they got a fall guy and it's in cahoots?
You a square nigga, so you know your mind at your age is not trained for it. This is shit that been embedded in us. We do not mention another man's name. We don't point at another man's picture. We don't know or we plead the fifth.
Okay, so that's coming from a LA gangster. You know what I'm saying? He trying to say what BG did was. Personally, if you got a fall guy, go take it as far as it needs to go. Shit, if I gotta be on TV with the police arresting him and we all agreed that he was the fall guy, that's fair game. You know what I'm saying? I don't consider that snitching. But Whack 100 here calling out. But what I'm really trying to point out is Boosie defending BG. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because they both from Louisiana. Maybe BG got some OG status.
How the fuck a nigga snitch you done 13 years, 14 years? Get the fuck out of here.
So I don't know if that's Boosie page, but they saying Boosie calling him a clown, et cetera, for calling him a rat. But here go Boosie talking about Kodak Black. You know, Boosie had a lot to say about Kodak Black working with 6ix9ine, you know, taking protective custody. You see what I'm saying? It's like when it fits who you want to talk about or when it fits your publicity. You know what I'm saying? That's when people are something snitching or not. Let's talk about Kodak.
Was targeting Kodak with claims of snitching because the Florida rapper refused to do an interview with him over a recent collaboration with Tekashi. When you was a one-man army in the feds, you was rocking behind the Bloods, and then you just did a song with the biggest rat that ratted on the Bloods, you said. Yeah. Now I don't even say nothing about this dude saying that he was in protective custody in the feds. You never even hit the yard in Big Sandy. Your words.
Yeah, so Kodak shouted me out at Rolling Loud, and then I was like, what the fuck? Because you just did a song with 6ix9ine, who snitched on Mad Bloods. Like, why not shout me out before that? You know what I mean?
All right, so this same guy filed agreements on somebody. Is mad at Kodak now for doing a song with 6ix9ine and going to protective custody. But Kodak Black is a super millionaire. He in jail with a bunch in Florida, bro. It's crazy down. You know Florida, man. He ain't even got to worry about hood people. He could be worried about just crazy people in jail. I don't know. I don't care, bro. You feel me? But like I'm saying, you shouldn't be mad at Kodak going to PC and doing a song with a snitch if you have in your past written somebody's full name out in any type of disciplinary anything. You know what I'm saying? If that was in Kodak's history, that's something that he'll probably be exposing. So yeah, man, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I want to conclude by saying the streets gotta be a myth. Clearly, as you can see, you know what I'm saying? Everybody definition of snitching and being real changes when it's convenient. So thanks for watching. I'm about to go edit this video and post it.